Happy Friday. I am currently, I'm sure by this point, on my way to Portland to do cheer things because I am a cheer mom. Um, so today we're going to talk about twins in romance because they seem to pop up. Yes, pop up. Quite often. And I mean, there's a whole subgenre with like brothers who share the same woman, and you know, the twins like get the cake in this scenario for me anyways. Because I understand the fantasy. I understand it. You know, it's, you have one hot, super sexy beast of a man. How much better would it be to have two of him? And there's, you know, they look alike, and I'm sure they, you know, are alike, and yay, it's like two cupcakes. Everybody loves cupcakes. Super sexy cupcakes. But so I get rationally, like, I understand that the concept, what's super hot about it and why everybody loves it. And, you know, I've read these books too because I'm fascinated. But I end up with all these questions at the end, or like in sex scenes, like, well, what happens, you know, if they, like, because it's one thing, you know, if it's friends or whatever, like, you know, two dudes and a chick, you know, they have, I don't see how you can have a threesome without touching to some extent. I mean, it's just, I don't understand. And I know it's written that way a lot, but like in reality, I can't wrap my mind around it. I feel like you would be, you know, oh, there's a leg here, or, you know, there's a schlong, we'll just put that, you know, whatever. Like, it just seems super messy. Like, a lot of thought would have to go into it. It doesn't really, you know, heat of the moment kind of thing, because there's like an extra person you have to coordinate around. So much more, but you know, like with two friends, you kind of assume that they're like obviously okay with each other, and they're like, you know, fine with their sexuality enough to touch, at least like come into contact with each other without like freaking out, no, touch me, I'm not gay, I'm really not gay. Who cares? But twins are a little different, or brothers even. I mean, because you're related. So I can't personally imagine, like, having, I guess, a threesome with my sister, because I'd be like, a little incesty for me, not really my thing. Like, and so I asked my husband, who's a twin, I was like, so what? So I'm like, am I just missing something that, you know, not being a twin myself, that I just don't really understand, like, how it would work out. Like, you know, you were in the womb together, so maybe that kind of makes it okay. And if you look just like each other, maybe it's just like, it's just like me. I'm just like touching myself, whatever, you know, it's okay. And of course he proceeded by, he's like, what? There are books like that? Oh, like freaked out, which was super hilarious because he's so cute. He's adorable. But, you know, so he shares apparently my point of view that it's just, there has to be incidental touching. And if there's incidental touching with siblings, it's just kind of, it squicks me a little bit, just a little bit. I love Menage books, just the twin thing again squicks me. Which related to that, I read a book ages ago now, but apparently it's traumatized me enough that it stuck with me. Because anyways, so this chick meets a dude and they have he like randomly pops up and they have hot sex, but it's like very different hot sex. And come to find out, it's him and his twin have been like switching off on her. And she just thinks it's just the one, and there's two. And I'm like, no, not okay. I came across this in plotting a book recently because it was it's wrong bed with a twin. And I'm like, I can't have this person believe that she's in bed with this one twin when it's this other, because it's not consent. It's not really okay. I understand the fantasy rationally, but it's just, as a reader, I'm just like, no, please, like, to know who you're having sex with, and maybe not with people in the same family. I don't know. Like I said, highly respect anyone who is into that. I read those books occasionally. The Maya Banks has that one series, which is super great. It's just when I start thinking about it too much, I'm like, don't know about that. So yeah, that's my stance on twins and romance and thoughts and stuff. I'll be back next week with something. It's March. Happy March. Toodles.